I just realized I needed a pencil. Where would I be if I was a pencil? I'm gonna go off screen. Yeah, it's an awful way to start the live. Whatever. I'm gonna go off screen, look for a pencil. I have found my pencil. Hello. I have found my pencil. What we're doing here today. Hello. We're gonna start by burping twice. Then we're gonna go and predict each AFC game for this year. We're gonna see if we can do another one of these, maybe even tonight for the NFC. The way I'm doing it is I'm gonna do it faster. The way that takes so much of my time is writing down all of the schedule, every team's schedule. That takes so long, so it makes this process so much longer than it needs to be. So I have right next to me a little tablet with the schedules, and I will be referring back to it instead of actually just writing it down. NFC is National Football Conference, and the AFC is American Football Conference. And what did I do with the spray ball? There it is. Hello. The way I do it is I give each game a rating from 1 to 5. 1 being they have like 0 chance to win. And that's gonna be this. Okay, that's gonna be 1. This is gonna be 2. And then this is gonna be 3. This is 4. And then this is gonna be 5. 5 is like a guaranteed win, 4 is a likely win, 3 is a genuine toss-up, and 2 is a likely loss with a chance of winning. The pen, it's from Crush Metric. The guy designed it. Without further ado, we are going to get started with the predictions because this takes much longer than it needs to. We're going to start with the AFC East, and we're going to go with the Bills. The Bills are going to start off because they are the favorites to win the division and also the favorites to win the league, apparently. They open the NFL season at the Rams, and the Rams are the defending champions. I still think they get a win, though, so I have it as a 3. A 3 for the Bills. And then the Titans is week 2 at home, and I have that as also as a 3. And you won't believe what's next. I have the Bills at the Dolphins as a 3. And a loss. I have them as a 3 and a loss. So that would be the Bills' first loss. And yes, I'm predicting them to lose to the Dolphins, but beat the Titans in the first 4 weeks of the season. Next week I have them going to the Bills, and I think I do have them rebounding against the Bills. I have it as a genuine toss-up, though. And moving up further down, we have the Bills at the Steelers, at home against the Steelers, and I give this one a 4 and a W, because, a 4 is a W, well, a 3 is the one that can be either or. 4 and 5 are W's, 1 and 2 are L's. Next week is at the Chiefs. It's a tough one. This was the matchup, like for the divisional game, not the conference champ, but the one right before it, and it was a very good game. And Josh Allen should have won that game. The question is, who's in better shape at this point? I feel like the Bills are. The Chiefs feel like a team that are going to take a minute to gel, so I'm going to go with a 3 and a dub here. I feel like the Chiefs could be a better team down the stretch of the year because, like I said, they're going to take a minute to gel, but the Bills are already basically the same team they were last year. Moving on to the Packers game. It's at home against the Packers. Oof. That one's tough. It's kind of crazy that, like, this is the team that's favored to win the whole league, and I've given them almost nothing but threes so far. I've given them 1-4, but everything else has been a 3, including this one. This one's also a 3. But is it going to be home or away? I'm sorry, is it going to be a win or loss? I'm going to give him a win. Give him a win. Moving on to the Jets. It's at the Jets. And Josh Allen. Zach Wilson will be back by then. If Josh Allen's back by then. Josh Allen, wow. If Zach Wilson's back by then. I'm going to give it a 3. Just because it's at the Jets, but I'm still going to give him the dub. I was tempted to give it a 4. Hello. I was tempted to give it a 4, but decided not to. Next week is at home against the Vikings. Well, I feel like the Vikings... Oh, man. The Vikings have, like, the right matchup on them now. You know what? I'm gonna go with a 4 anyway. I thought about giving him a 3, but I'm gonna go with 4. There you go. It's your 1-minute ASMR. It might have been for 30 seconds, but hey, it is what it would be. Like I said, giving them a win against the Vikings. It's funny that their record at the moment is 1 loss, even though I have given them almost nothing but 3s, which means they're all toss-ups. But I have them all winning all the toss-ups so far, except for 1, which is against the Dolphins. The Browns, week 10. That's before Deshaun comes back, and even then, I don't think that's going to affect them that much. I'm going to give them a 4 and a W. Next week is at the Lions. At the Lions. 4. You'll have to forgive the random noises in the background. That is my cat. He's currently chasing his tail. Alright, here we go. Going back to... we're at the Patriots. And that's going to be... It's a 3 and a loss. It's a 3 and a loss. Bill Belichick lost to them last year, and he gave up, like a touchdown on every single drive. Well, so I feel like he's been watching that film since that night. Yeah, so he's been watching that film since that night. So he's gonna at least get a dub at one point, and probably it's gonna. And since they play at home first, it makes sense for them to win. Next is at home against the Jets, and I'm gonna give them a 4 because, well, they had a 3 whenever they're at the Jets, but now they have a 4 because they're at home. This is around the time that they should start gelling too, because they just experienced a loss at this point in this scenario, which is the Patriots, which is kind of like a little wake-up call, like, hey, you're not immune to like winning. Oh man, I'm sorry, that noise is too loud for you. That was my cat being a menace at the moment. He was about to get locked away in punishment. You know what the spray sound means, sir? Forgive the noise. I hope that wasn't too abrasive. There will be more. Next is the Bills at home against the Dolphins. If I just douse him enough, he will stop in general. There we go. Alrighty. At home against the Dolphins. Are you kidding me, sir? Let's finish this team's predictions before I deal with that. Dolphins. Let's give it a. What are we doing? Let's give it a 3 and a W. Give it a 3 and a W. Give it a 3 and a W. I'm sorry, I just startled any of you. Hopefully the sound is louder. We're gonna go with at the Bears, and honestly, I don't do many 5s. But this one's a 5. It's a W, obviously. At the Bengals, I'm gonna give this one a. See, I don't know if I can give him a 2. 3 and a loss. And to finish out the year, they have the Patriots at home. And I'm going to go ahead and give them a 4 and a W. As well as spraying my cat again. And now we tally up all that number from this Bills season. And we have 1, 2, 3 losses. And that will make it, what, 14? 14 and 3? Broke my pencil writing that, because of course I did. There we go. Gotta make that 4 look sharper. Let's get the number. We got 3, 6, 9, 12, 14, 16. 55 points in my metric, which is pretty high. Pretty high. Now we're going to move on to the Patriots, and I have to look up the Patriots schedule. How we doing, everybody? Let's check the comments. There you go. Is this football? Yes, this is football. This is football. All right, week 1. Patriots at the Dolphins. I get a 3 and a loss. Moving on to week 2, we got the Patriots at the Steelers. I get that one. I get that one a 3 and an L. 3 and a W. 3 and a W, because I think Bill Belichick's defense figure out Mitch Trubisky well enough. At least a early season Mitch Trubisky. Because he's new there. Then next week they have the Ravens in town. And I'm going to go ahead and give them a 2 and a loss there. Alright, then we're going to move on to week 4, and they are at Green Bay. Wow. The Patriots start off the season with 3 out of 4 away games. Wow. I'm also going to get up that one a 2 and an L. Moving on to week 5. It's at home against Detroit. I'm gonna give it a 3. 3 and a dub. 3 and a dub. Alright, moving on to week 7, week 6. Week 6. I think it's at the Browns, at Cleveland. I give that one, honestly, I'm going to give it a 4. Excuse me. Oh, excuse me, I have to make sure my animal isn't killing a spider because I had an incident with one earlier. All right, we are good. Gonna give at Cleveland a 4 and a W. Brother man, if you don't get away from that spot, I will spray you. Someone is not listening to me. That's truly unfortunate. He might get put in his cage in just a minute, but it won't be for too long because he usually whines. We have the Bears coming to town. Maybe 4 and W. Kind of hard to do with one hand, I can't lie. Moving on is they're at the Jets. At Jet. I'd give them a 3. I'm gonna give them 3 and a W. 3 and a W here. I didn't just drop my pencil, you're imagining that. Why the oof? Thank you. Hold on. Excuse me. I thought I saw him chewing. Okay. Moving on. We have them at home against the Colts. And I give them a 3. Thanks. I'm gonna give them a 3 and a loss. Forgive my constant checking over there. I had an incident with a spider just before I came on here. So, still a bit on edge. Especially as the way I saw it, it was right in front of me. Just, I'm like, not that close. I'm like, but yay close, and I was not a fan. Moving on is to the Jets, and they're at home against, so they're there at the Jets. No, yeah. Gonna give it a 3 and a loss. I'm gonna go 2 losses in a row. Alright. Moving on is going to be the Patriots at the Vikings. At the Vikings. I'm going to give him a 3 and a W. Alright, moving on to the Bills at the Patriots. And I'm going to give them a W. I'm going to give them a 3 and a W. You're causing me paranoia, Mr. Man. Especially because he's looking in a similar-ish area to where I spotted the ne'er-do-well. That's what I'm calling the spider. I don't want to go over there and check it right now. I'm in the middle of this. Okay, moving on to week 13. That'll be at the Cards. And honestly, I'm going to give him a 4. Routing off the high of beating the Bills, and the Cardinals usually don't have that good of a end of the year. So this might be the one. Might be the one to give him a 4. Alright. Next week would be at the Raiders. Gosh, okay, that's it. I'm doing it. I'm looking. If you hear something. What are you looking at, Bugsy Brown? You just looking? Sketching me out, you know? Okay. have returned from my paranoia check. We are all good. Yeah, I did not get eaten by a spider. We are all good. We are okay. All right. At the Raiders, oh man. I'm going to give him a 4. I want to give him a 5 just because it's Bill Belichick against his former coaching disciple and Josh McDaniels. And I don't think Josh McDaniels is that good of a coach. I just think he's a Belichick coach, which means he did well for Belichick, but not on his own. So I don't have super high expectations for the Raiders. That roster is good enough to where it should work well enough. But I don't think it's going to be a well-running ship, especially later into the year like that. Oh, yeah, I know. I'm sorry. I need to update all of my playlists. That's something I've been putting off bad. I can't lie. That's something I desperately need to work on. I will try my best to do it this week. No promises, but I will try my best. I do think CMC will stay healthy this year. It's not like the injury he got last year was the exact same injury he got before, I don't think. And that usually means they're just 2 freak accidents and hope he's just not broken. He should be good. I would have taken him in fantasy if I had a chance to, but instead I did not. But I was happy with my fantasy picks. I'm actually ecstatic about a few of my teams. One team I got Austin Eckler in the first and Dalvin Cook in the second, and how did I get both of them when I was considering both in the first round? I don't know. And I got Travis Kelce. Yeah, I'm working on the keeping up with that. Mr. Fella. I can't tell if that noise is him. Excuse me. It is just him. Why are you sitting like that? God, this is so distracted. This is not any semblance of good. But hey, we're gonna keep going. And we're like 30 minutes in, and we're halfway through the 2, which is not great. So we're gonna keep going and try and go faster, which is not gonna go that well. But they are at home against the Bengals, and I'm gonna give that a 2 and a loss. And they're gonna be at home against the Dolphins, and I'm gonna give them a 3 and a W. And then the last game of the season is at the Bills, and of course I'm gonna give it a 2. A 2 and a loss. All right. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We got 11 and 6. 1, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold on. 1. No. Okay, I see what I did wrong here. Yeah. Yeah, 7 losses. Okay. So 11 and 7 is the record. Right, 10 and 7? 10 and 7. Tip. I'm a silly goose. 10 and 7. 5, 7. I got 51 points. That's not bad, actually. And 10 and 7 might make the playoffs. Moving on, we're going to go to the Jets next. Yeah, I like Aaron Jones too. I got A.J. Dillon in a few of my leagues because he's steady. I would have taken Jones if he had reached a good value point for me. He just didn't. I took him in a couple of my non-money important leagues. I got some really good teams. I can't lie. I got some really good teams. Like the team I drafted, I think 2 nights ago, I was like screaming. I was like, "How did this happen?" The first 3 rounds, I said that because I got Eckler, who I didn't think was going to be there at 4. I got what's his name? Dalvin Cook in the second round at 12. I got Travis Kelce in the third. And I had the opportunity to get CeeDee Lamb, but I passed on CeeDee Lamb for Michael Pittman because I think he's going to be more dependable, and I already have CeeDee Lamb in my other money league. So I didn't want, and I have Dalvin Cook in my other money league too, so I didn't want, if in case both ships happen to go down, that my season is down the drain too. No, I have the 2 workhorses I can depend on, so I don't need to worry about superstar splashes from every other position. All right, back to predicting the seasons. We're on the Jets. And they open against the Ravens at home. And that's going to be a 2 and a loss, because I think the Ravens are going to be very good. They're going to be at Cleveland after that, and I think that's going to be... I'm gonna give him a 4. I'm gonna give him a rare 4. A rare 4. Actually, no, I'm not. I take it back. I'm gonna give him a 3. I'm gonna give him a 3. But it's still gonna be a W. Next game is at home against the Bengals. And it's going to be a 2 and a loss. Next game is going to be at the Steelers. Where did you run off to? Well, as long as he's not making noise. I'm going to give it a... I'm going to give it a 3 and a loss. There, I have the Dolphins coming to town, and I'm going to give that one a 3 and a loss, because I don't think Zach Wilson will be back yet. I think he'll be back the week after that, and it's going to be at the Packers. If you hear scratching, I apologize. I'm going to give that at the Packers a 2 and a loss, because I think the Packers are going to be real good, especially on defense. Let's say Zach Wilson makes his return for this game, and that's going to be at Denver. I'm going to give him a 3 because of the Zach Wilson being back factor, but I'm still going to give him a loss. Because I think Denver is going to be good. Then they're at home against the Patriots. I have them splitting with the Patriots. Let's just say it's a 3 and a loss here. Then they have the Bills coming to town. Oh, yeah, this is an unfortunate stretch for the Jets. Mr. Man, you need to calm yourself down. You're about to get put in the kennel. Yeah, exactly. But yeah, slow blink at me again. Good boy. Uh-huh. You hear a loud noise, I apologize. My distraction. I see. It's not necessarily a peep. He's a running threat. Yeah, he's a running threat. He's a running threat. You don't only got to worry about him in the passing game. You got to worry about him in the ground game. Two and a loss. The Bills, and then at the Patriots, that's a 3. 3 and a dub. Then they're at home against Chicago, which is going to be a 4 for them. Zach Wilson's going to have a day, maybe. Expecting Trey Lance to take the 49ers to the Super Bowl is a bit much, in my opinion, Mr. Commenter. Yeah, if he calms down, we can do the NFC tonight. But if he doesn't, then we gotta call it quits after we finish the rest of this, because we have a lot to do. And we're 38 minutes in. Okay, let's get cooking. We're going on at a faster pace. We still need to speed it up. Right. Next game is at the Vikings. And it's a 3 and a loss. And the next game is at Buffalo, so that's a 2 and a loss too. And the next game they have the Lions coming into town. I think that's a 3 and a dub. It's a 3 and a dub. Then they have the Jags coming to town. And I give that one a 3 and a loss, because I have higher expectations for the Jags this year. And they're at the Seahawks. In a weird way, I'm gonna give him I think I want to give him a 3 and a loss again. Yeah, I'm gonna give him a loss. I just have a feeling about that game, because maybe Geno Smith revenge game. And then to close out the year, they're at the Dolphins, and I feel like it's gonna be a 3 and a W, because I feel like they might play spoiler. All right, let's tally up that score, shall we? But first, we'll check the cons. I don't think your defense is like that good. Your defense is very good, don't get me wrong. But I don't think your defense is good enough to carry. Like, then again, I'm trying to think about who are the threats in the NFC, and I'm like, Packers. It's the AFC's gonna win it this year. At least they should. Like, the Buccaneers, they have a flawed offensive line. Like, the Eagles. Hey, the Eagles might. Eagles are a team that has a good matchup against the 49ers. I'm trying to think. The Cowboys aren't now. They're not contenders. You know what? Maybe I will eat those words about the 49ers. I have not figured that out yet. I will figure that out. Excuse me, sir. You know you're not allowed to do that. I will figure it out within the next whenever I finish this. I'll do like my little I'll calculate who I have everyone's record being, and then I'll do that, and then I'll predict the playoffs, and of course the Super Bowl is in part of the playoffs. So, yeah. Quick maths. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Holy shit. I'm giving them a 5-12 record. I think they're better than that, mind you. I think they're better than that, but they currently have a 5-12 record in my prediction. $47 points in my metric. No, excuse me. I have to put the little cretin away. Say hello. Alrighty. Alright. Now we do the Dolphins schedule. Dolphins schedule, and then we do the AFC North. And then maybe the AFC West if we have time. Hopefully, we'll try to. I'll try my best to, okay? The Dolphins open the year against the Patriots at home. Just as I thought. It's a 3-and-a-dub. Next game is Dolphins at the Ravens. And I give that one a 3 and a loss. Do I? Yeah, I do. Alright. At the Bills. I give that one a 3-and-a-dub. It's at home against the Bills. And the next game is... I'm sorry, I'm forgetting to do these. Then the next game is at the Bengals, and I'm going to give that one a 2 and a loss. Next game is at the Jets. 3 and a dub. Notice how you hear the fella ask to come out, and he has not served his sentence yet. So he must remain in the prison, his kennel. Next game is the Vikings come to town. Three and 3 and a loss. 3 and a loss. 3 and a loss. Next game is at home against the Steelers. And I'm going to give them a 3 and a W. Maybe I need to be more overzealous with, not like a little bit less. Need to make next year. I'm going to make 3 more rare in my rating process. I'm going to make a lot more 2 and 4s. But there's just a lot of toss-up games. Whatever. We've already set the precedent for this season, so we're going to keep rolling with it. Then next week after that, we've got them going to the Lions. In a minute, buddy. I'm gonna give him a 3 and an L. 3 and an L. All right. Oh man. Yeah, I'm actually gonna stop doing these, to be honest with you. And I'm just gonna try and grind through. And just talking. So if you're here, hopefully you like the sound of my voice. Alright, we're at the Bears. And I think that's going to be a 3 and a dub. And then they're at home against Cleveland. And I think that's going to... what is that week? Almost, sir. Let's give them a 4 and a dub. I know I said I was done using the triggers, but hey, I'm still out here. Then they're at home against the Texans, and I think that's I feel like that's a 3 and a W. When I finish this team, you can come out, sir. Then they're at the Niners. I hope the 49ers fan is still in the chat because I am talking about the 49ers right now. Honestly, I'm going to give them, it's a toss-up. I'm going to give them the L here because I think the 49ers have a better defense. And I think the 49ers, well, because it's both coaching staffs know each other. Mike McDaniels, comes from Mike Shanahan, like Kyle Shanahan and the 49ers. So they both know each other, and they both, probably know ways around each other, both offensive. So it should be higher scoring, and it should come down to which team has a better defense, and that's the 49ers, who are the home team as well. I don't think the 49ers who have a super strong home advantage because of because of Levi Stadium, but whatever. At the Chargers, that's another loss. I'm gonna give them a 2 here, to be honest. Then at the Bills. Yeah, Buffalo's a 3 and a loss. And then at home against the Packers, I'm going to give that a 3 and a loss as well. So that'd be 1, 2, 3, 4 games in a row they lost. We're almost there, buddy. We're almost there, Mr. Man. Calm down. They're at the Patriots, and I'm pretty sure I gave them the loss here. And a 3. And then lastly, it's at the Jets. That's a 3 and a loss as well. Holy hell. If that's the case, that would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 losses to close out the year, which would be insane. Alright, but you have to be calm, okay? You have to be quiet, too. Well, I have returned. Interesting takes. Let's do the math for the Jets. One, two, three, four, five. Sorry, for the Dolphins. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Holy shit! That can't be right. That definitely can't be right. Man. Whatever, I've already done it. I don't care anymore. At this point, I'm not going back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I have them going 7, 10. So basically, I have them starting the year 7 and 3 and finishing 7 and 10. Or oh yeah. No, not that many. No, I have them going 7 and 4, and then they have a tough end of the year though. They got the 49ers, the Chargers, the Bills, the Packers, the Patriots, and the Jets. 3 of those are division games, and I have all of those games being toss-ups except for the Chargers. So they could win all of those in theory. I'm not saying they're going to be bad guaranteed. I'm just saying that, like, yeah, I'm saying whatever. I said it. It is what it is. The numbers should change that story. 9, 12, 14. If it says anything, the Dolphins' score is 1 point beneath the Patriots' score. So it's 50 points for the Dolphins, 51 points for the Patriots, and the record is 3 games difference. So that goes to show that I think the Dolphins can be a 10 and 7 team easily. But I have them being a 7 and 10 team. Also, kind of same thing for the Jets, as they are a 47-point team. So they could easily be better than that, but I have them be better than 5 and 12, but they are at 5 and 12 at the current moment. Alrighty, that's another division down. So let's go ahead and look at what that division will look like. And it only took a fucking hour. Great, great. Alrighty, the Bills are projected to win the division with a record of 14 and 3. The Patriots have a record of 10 and 7, so it could easily be worse. And the Dolphins have a record of 7 and 10, but could easily be better. While the Jets have a record of 5 and 12 and could easily be better. I think the Jets are a better team than the record shows. Keep that in mind. Alright, now we look up the Ravens. Oh, I already have the Ravens schedule listed, so let's do the Steelers schedule. You're about to get locked up again, Mr. Man. You and I both don't want that. I have the Ravens getting a 4 to start off the year at the Jets, and I have a 3 and a win against the Dolphins. I have a 3 and a win at the Patriots. I have a 3 and a loss at the Bills. I have a 3 and a win at the Bengals. You need to stop. I have a 3 and a win against the Bengals, I have a 4 and a win against the Giants, a 4 and a win against the Browns, a 3 and a loss against the Buccaneers, a 3 and a win against the Saints, a 4 and a win against the Panthers, a 4 and a win against the Jags, a 3 and a win against the Broncos, a 3 and a loss against the Steelers, a 3 and a win against the Browns, a 4 and a win against the Falcons, a 3 and a win against the Steelers, and a 2 and a loss against the Bengals. I am predicting them to go 13 and 4 with a point or with a point. So total for me 56 points. And that's because I have this written down prior, because I have a friend who's a Ravens fan, and I went ahead and predicted the schedule for him. No, yeah, the Ravens are good. The Ravens are going to be very good for this year. The Ravens are the team I think has the most, well, I think is the most dangerous to win the whole AFC. All right, here we are now. We're going to go a little bit more faster pace because, you know what, we're about an hour into this, and I need to sleep, if I'm being real with you. And I have 2 more divisions to do. And one more to recap real fast. So we're gonna speed up. AFC stands for American Football Conference. It is a football conference in the National Football League, which is a American Football League in the United States of America. The Steelers start off the season week against the Bengals, and I'm going to go ahead and give them a 2 and a loss. The Steelers start off, and then next go back at home against the Patriots, and I'm gonna give that a 3 and a loss. And they go to the Browns, which is going to be a 3 and a dub, and at home against the Jets, a 3 and a dub. At the Bills, a 2 and a loss. At home against the Buccaneers, 2 and a loss, honestly. Real close. I almost gave it a 3, but a 2 and a loss. Then the Steelers at the Dolphins. 3 and a loss is what I'm feeling. 3 and a loss. Broke my pencil again. I gotta remember where I'm at now. At the Eagles, I'm gonna give it. Honestly, I'm gonna give them a 2. Because they're both home. It's gonna be like a home game. I'm gonna give it a 3. It's gonna be like a home game. I'm gonna give it a 3, but I'm still gonna give it a loss because I think the Eagles are the better team. Moving on is to the Saints, and that's gonna be a 3 and a W. Then at home against the Bengals, and that's gonna be a 3 and a loss. And they're gonna be at the Colts, and that's gonna be a. Honestly, I'm gonna give them a 2 and a loss. Then moving on is at the Falcons, and I'm gonna give them a 3 and a win. I'm gonna give them a 3 and a win. Wow, this is almost only 3s and 2s. Then they're gonna be at the Ravens, at home against the Ravens, so I can't give them anything but a 3 here. But I'm also going to give them a lot. I keep breaking my darn pencil. This is the angle I'm writing at? Must be the angle I'm writing at. Or maybe it's just too long. Good enough. All right. At the Panthers. At Pan. I'm I'm going to give them a 3 and a loss. And then at home against the Raiders, I'm going to give them a 3W. At the Ravens, a 2 and a loss. No, I'm going to give it a 3, but do I give them a 3? Do I give them? No, let's keep it at 2. Let's keep it at a 2. Let's keep it at a 2. I give them a 3 on the other side, so let's keep it legit. I'm going to keep it at a 3. Keep it at a 3. Actually, holy shit, I just realized I have the Steelers beating the Ravens at that point in the season, so let's go back and mark that up appropriately. And then the finish off the year is going to be at home against the Cleveland. And I'm going to give them a 3 and a dub. Alright, let's rack up the Steelers total. Any Steelers fans in the chat? Why did I get rid of my awesome beard? To quote the great Mung Dahl, I used to, back before I only had this mustache, I used to rock an equally awesome mustache beard combo, mustache goatee combo. But I just simply wanted to shave. It was getting too much down here, so I just wanted to feel my chin again. It'll be back. This grows pretty fast anyway, so I'll be good. You'll live with my chin for a minute. I did keep the Steelers over the Ravens prediction. I had the Ravens sweeping them. Now I have them swapping wins and losses. All right. So let's recap the numbers here. We go 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I have 7 wins for them. Mr. Man, get out of there. You can chase your tail anywhere else but there. Almost literally anywhere else. I have them getting 47 points and 1, 2. I'm getting 10 losses. But a lot of those losses, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 out of those 10 losses are winnable games. Yeah. Alright, do we do let's do the Bengals. Browns last. Oh my gosh, you're killing me, dude. You're about to get put away again. The reason the Steelers are questionable in a lot of those games is because their O-line is bad. Their O-line is very, very bad. The rest of their team looks really good. Their defense is going to keep them in games, and their the quarterback situation is questionable because it's a new quarterback who hasn't exactly proven to be a franchise guy. But I think positive of Trubisky, and they have a first-round quarterback in the back of their pocket anyway. They should be fine, but it should not be an easy year. The rest of the offense is good. Like, the receiving threats, A+. The running game, pretty good. Like, Najee's very good. But, like, without a good running game, without a good offensive line, Najee is limited. Which sucks, so. Bengals starting off the year with the Steelers coming to town. I give that a 4 and a dub. Should be a 3, but I'm gonna give it a 4. And even in, I'm just gonna blaze through this. At the Cowboys, I'm gonna give it a 4 and a dub. At the Jets, I'm gonna give that one. I'm gonna give that one a 4 and a dub. They're starting off the year hot, and they're gonna get to the Dolphins, and I'm gonna give that a 3 and a dub. And then they get to the Ravens, and that's a 3 and a loss. And then they get to the Saints, and that's a 3 and a dub. Almost a loss. A 3 and a dub. And they get to the Falcons, and that's a 4 and a dub because they're at home against the Falcons. Then they're at Cleveland, and that's a 4 and a dub. A lot of 4s here. This Bengals schedule. The Bengals schedule looks pretty easy so far. I cannot lie. And they have a home against the Panthers, and I'm gonna give that one a 3 and a dub. You know what? I'm gonna give it a loss. I'm gonna give him a loss. Just for Baker. Just for Baker. I'm gonna give him the upset just for Baker. Whenever I do this again, like this, it might be tomorrow night. Might be. Probably won't be Wednesday night, but maybe. And it really shouldn't be Thursday night because that's the way after the first game. But it might be. It really just might be. You know what? It might be. Let it be known. I don't know yet, but let it be known that the prediction for the Bengals Rams game. Bills Rams game, week 1. The Bills Rams game is the Bills to win. Yeah, because in case it doesn't come out in time, I'm going to do that. And I'm also going to give, the whole week 1 predictions at the end. Whenever I do this again, I'm going to do all of week 1 predictions. I might do it Thursday night because that's when, a lot of the hype will be because people are going to, watch the game and then be like, oh, man, vibes. I want to watch football. I want to talk about football. And then, I'm going to be talking about football as they go to sleep. So I feel like that'll be a good time to do it. So I'll probably, that's what I'm going to do. That's what I'm going to do. What I'm not sure yet is I'm not sure if that's going to be predicting the rest of the week 1 games or if it's going to be predicting all of the NFC games as well afterwards. It might be, but I think I'm going to try and get the NFC video done first. Might try and shoot for that tomorrow night. Yeah. Maybe tomorrow night or, Wednesday night. Thursday night is going to be me predicting the rest of the week 1 games, though. That's for sure. That's for certain. And probably just that, but not for certain on that one. All right. Where were we at last time? It's a loss to Cleveland. Sorry, it's a loss to the Panthers for the Bengals. And then we get at the Steelers. It's a 3 and a dub. At the Titans. I'm going to give them 2 and a loss. 2 and a loss because they won the playoffs there, but they honestly shouldn't have. They lost only because Ryan Tannehill played bad, and I think Vrabel is going to be smart to not let Ryan Tannehill decide the game. And then we are at home against the Bengals. That's a 3 and a win. I think the Bengals have the Chiefs number. And I think it's going to continue. Then they're at home against the Browns, and I think Deshaun's back by then. I'm still going to give him a 4 and a W, because fuck Deshaun Watson. I hope he has the worst year possible. And it's fairly logical to expect that, especially because he not only hasn't played in 11 weeks at this point. Hi, buddy, you want to come up here? But he also didn't play football at all last year, so that'll be about 25, 29, 27, 27, 28 games of no football. That usually isn't very good for your playing speed. We got they're going to the Buccaneers. I'm gonna give that a 3 and a W. And then we're going to the Patriots, and I'm gonna give that one a 3 and a W. I don't know. My computer acted up for some reason. Alright, Patriots, I think I said 3 and a W, and now I'm going to go with that. The Bills. The Bills are coming to town. I'm going to give that a 3 and a loss. 3 and a loss. And then now the Ravens finish the year, and I'm going to give that a 3 and a loss. So let's figure out what the Bengals schedule is going to be. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yep, 12 and 5 is my record prediction. You know it's gonna well, we're gonna, yep. Hello. Alright. Okay. Tell you what. We're gonna do the Browns in the last fashion, and then we're gonna get a little wild. And by wild, I mean we're gonna get real fucking lazy. And yep, it'll be real fucking lazy, and I'll just come back and do the rest of that information later. Alrighty, here we are at fucking shit, man. Come on. No. Why are you so sensitive? There we go. All right, you're gonna start off the year with a 3 and a loss at the Panthers. They're at home. It's a 3 and a dub. They're at home. They're at home against the Jets now, and now they're at home against the Steelers, and that's a 3 and a loss. They are at the Falcons, and that's a 3 and a W, honestly. And at the Chargers of the Browns, that's a 2 and a loss at home. Patriots, a 3 and a loss at home. At the Ravens, a 2 and a loss. The Bengals, a 3 and a loss. Let's give them a 2. Okay. They're at the Dolphins. That's going to be a 3 and a loss. They're at the Bills. That's a 2 and a loss. That's before Deshaun Watson comes back. No, that's going to be a 1. Okay, that's a 1. Buccaneers, 2 loss. Texans, 3 loss. Bengals, 2 loss. Ravens, 3 loss, because I'm pretty sure. Yeah, at this point, Yeah, no, yeah, Deshaun Watson's back at this point. Okay, so I'm gonna make that one above it a 3. Because Deshaun Watson's gonna lose to the Texans. And then they are going to beat the Saints. And then they are going to beat the Commanders. They're at home, and it's going to be a 3. They lost the Steelers. At the Steelers. Alright, let's get the total up here. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I have them going 4-13. 7 of their 13 losses are 3s. Oh, sorry, 8 of their 13 losses are 3s, so they could end up winning those games. So I should probably, whenever I go do this, I'll do like a cap. So whenever I see that, like, yeah, I just figured it out. When I go back through, I am going to assign a cap number for everyone, for all the teams as well. A cap meaning like the highest that they can score, the highest record that they could have the year, the lowest record that they could have. And I'm just going to calculate that by the minimums. I'll use the Browns for example. All of their, if say all of their losses that are 3s turn into wins, that's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of those. That would be 8 additional ones, between 12 and what, 5. Mr. Man, there's food in there. Go get it. And their lowest record could be all of their losses. 1, 2, 3, all the wins. 1, 2. And their lowest record could be 0-16. That's my example for it. I don't think they'll go 0-16. That's just the worst case scenario, and I think that they are very capable of going 0-16. Sure, that the rest of the team's good, but like, you know, NFL karma is real. They just gave the one of the worst men in the history of the NFL the best contract in NFL history. That's gotta come with some sort of, some sort of karma, right? Right? Don't you think so? I think so. And now we're gonna move on to the last bit. Alright, we're gonna go AFC West now. What do we start with? Who do we start with? Who do we start with? Who do we start with? The Chargers? Nah, the Chiefs. Why must you chase your tail at this hour? It is 4. Mr. Man, you do not just swing on things. You will get spritzed, and you know it. Yep, right there, right between the eyes. Yes, sir. Alright, let's start off. We're gonna go super fast. We're not, and by the way, this is the fastest we're gonna go because I'm very tired. We are 80 minutes in. I'm a sleepy boy. I'm gonna go back and redo all this, the last bit, and get back to you on it. But I'm gonna go super fast, and I'm gonna go like super duper fast. By super duper fast, I mean like I'm literally not even gonna give you a number. I'm just gonna go back and tell you if it's a win or a loss. Cardinals win. Chargers at home win. At the Colts loss. I don't know. I'll check that later. But Buccaneers win. The fucking shit. Raiders. It's a win. At the Bills at home, that's a loss. I think actually no, I have them at beating them. Let's go with the win. It's gonna be a win. 49ers loss. Titans win. Jags win. At Chargers loss. Rams, I'm gonna go with a loss. Why? I don't know. I just have a feeling. Bengals, loss. Broncos. I'm gonna go with a win. At Texans, win. At home against Seahawks, win. At the Broncos they're at home against the Broncos, and I'm gonna go with a loss just because of like the momentum. Sure, like 3 losses in a row for the Chiefs is extremely uncharacteristic, and they would not lose a fourth, especially to a team that they've beaten historically. Even if the team has had to revamp changes, now that team on the second go around is going to get an opportunity to beat them after they've played 2 easier games. 3 easier games. Sorry, no, I was right. 2 easier games, which is the Texans and the Seahawks. The Seahawks especially should kind of let them ease off the brakes a little bit. Well, ease on the brakes and kind of forget. And then they go to the Raiders. And that's going to be a dub. They're going to sweep the Raiders. Are they? No, they're not. No, let's give it a loss. Let's give it a loss. Let's give them a loss. All right, let's see what they got here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I have them 10 and 7 as the Chiefs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, I have them 10 and 7. Charges. Alright, charges. This is live. Hello. Okay, starting off the year, at home against the Raiders, that's a dub. And at home, the Chiefs is a loss. At home against the Jags, that's a dub. At the Texans, honestly, I'm gonna give them a loss. Because I think that secondary is gonna be pretty darn good. And it's gonna be an upset. I don't think the Texans are better than the Chargers. I just think it's gonna be an upset. Browns dub. Broncos, first time dub. Seahawks dub. Falcons dub. 49ers loss. Yeah, loss. Loss. Sure. Chiefs dub. Cardinals dub. Raiders. Loss. Dolphins. Dub. Titans. Loss. Dub. I changed that. It's dub. Colts. Loss. Rams. I'm also going to go with a loss there. And then the Broncos. I'm going to also give them a loss. Alright, you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I have the Chargers going 11-6. 2 more teams, and then I'm gonna give you the recap of the AFC South as well, and then we're gonna be done. Tomorrow, maybe, or maybe Wednesday, we're gonna be doing the NFC. And I'm also going to give you the update on this division's numbers, because I'm just going to give you the win loss today, because I'm tired, boy, and I'm zooming past these. Why are you making that face? What does that mean? Alright, can you guess what team we're doing next? Is it going to be the Broncos, or is it going to be the Raiders? Is it going to be the Broncos, or is it going to be the Raiders? Here we are. It's going to be the Broncos. They opened the season at the Seahawks. I'm going to give that one I'm not going to give it anything. I'm going to give it a dub, not a 4. I'm going to give it a 4 and a dub, but I'm not going to do the rest of anything. And they are at home against the Texans. I'm going to give them a dub. And they are home against the Broncos, against the 49ers. I'm going to give them a loss. They are at home. They're at the Raiders, and I'm going to give them a loss. They are at home against the Colts, and I'm going to give them a dub. They are at the Chargers, and I'm going to give them a loss. They're at home against the Jets, and I'm going to give them a dub. They are, I think, maybe not. Yeah, whatever. Yeah, we're gonna be. Sure, whatever. At the Jags, I'm gonna give them a loss, surprisingly, and then at the Titans, I'm tempted to give them a loss. I'm gonna give them a loss. At the Raiders, gonna give them a dub. At the Panthers, gonna give them a dub. At the Ravens, a loss. At the Chiefs, this one's a loss. And then the Cardinals are a dub. The Rams are actually a dub. The Chiefs are going to be a dub, and then the Chargers are also going to be a dub. So they're going to turn it on at the last bit. Let's see what the record looks like at this point. I give the Broncos a season prediction of 10-7. And that's kind of funny because I gave the other two teams a record of 11-6 and 10-7 so far. So let's see what the Raiders get. Start off the year, the Raiders are going to the Chargers, and I think that's a loss. Then they are going to be at home against the Cards, and I think that's I think that one's a dub. And they're at the Titans. I think that's a loss. Then they're at home against the Raiders, and that's a dub. They're at home against the Chiefs. I think that's a loss. Excuse me, about to make a noise. Yeah. All right. At home against the Texans. That's a tough one. I'll go ahead and write that as a 3. I'm gonna give them W. And then the Saints. I'm gonna give them a loss. At the Jags, I'm gonna give them a loss. At the home against the Raiders, the Colts, I'm gonna give them a loss. At the Broncos, that's a loss. Second game against the Broncos, it's a loss. Seahawks, W. At home against the Chargers, W. At the Rams, in a weird way, I think they're gonna win. I don't know why. Patriots, loss. The Steelers, that one's tough. I think I have that one as a loss. 49ers, loss. Chiefs, loss. Doesn't look good for the Raiders. I think they have a very talented team. I don't dislike Carr at all. I don't like McDaniels though at all. We got one. No, let's see this way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have them as 11-6. And I will be coming back over these tomorrow and giving them my number ratings. And I will also be back, likely tomorrow night. Probably tomorrow night. I'd say tomorrow night. Doing the NFC and also recapping this. So stay tuned. Not stay tuned. Come back next time. Yeah. Thanks for being here. It's like 5 a.m. It's 4:30 a.m. for me. Probably time to go to sleep. I have a new video out already. It's a 4-ish minute one. I recorded the long version of it as well. That's about to be on my Patreon in a little bit. Yeah, I'm about to go to bed. And I'm going to make sure I have the Patreon thing up first. I'm not going to make sure, I'm going to try to. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being here. See you here tomorrow night for the NFC version. And then see you here Thursday night for the season, for the week 1 game predictions. Post the first week 1 game. That's it. Thanks for being here. Let me check the comments. Make sure I didn't miss anything. Mr. Friend, I'm sorry, but I can't read Spanish. I'm trying. See, I can get half that. I'm going to sleep. That's what I'm going to do. Bye. See you tomorrow.